My Walmart was stocked full with cards, but there was only one set that caught my eye. Luckily, there was two of them. It's about time I found you. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well today. As you can see from the opening video, I was finally able to find some of these Topps Chrome Platinum Anniversary blasters.
Are you kidding me?
These are $29.99 a piece. Seems like every week since these have been out, it's like the first thing that people have been grabbing. Tons of parallels. As you can see here, we're looking for the blue, gold, and red prism refractors. I do believe those are all not numbered, but tons of autographs, tons of parallels, tons of numbered parallels. There are a few inserts, but we're really just looking for the on-card autos. But I also found this guy floating around. He was behind some boxes. I'm not sure if someone was trying to stash it.
Gotcha, bitch!
But it was the only one on the shelf. They haven't really been too bad. You know, we've ripped a handful of these when they first came out. Haven't really seen them since, but for 20 bucks, figured why not? A lot of times if you leave the lone box, you know, it normally has a banger or something in it. We're about to find out. Doesn't really look like there's a thick card. So there's no jersey in here, but let's have some fun. It is a Topps Chrome day. Normally the goodies are in the middle of these hanger boxes. Jonnu Smith, Rome Odunze, New Lion, Isaiah Pacheco, Quinn Williams. Got a Patrick Surtain. Looks like a Kayla Williams with the base Fortune 15. Refractor, Lamar, Jacoby Myers. We'll take that. Ashton Genty with the Pulsar. Doesn't look like it's too crooked. Keenan Allen. Should have some rookies on the back. Tyler Shuck. I'll definitely take that. I don't think I have the base of him. So yeah, not a terrible pack. Nothing too crazy, but can never complain with the top rookie, one of those Pulsar refractors. But let's get into the real reason why we are making this video. Again, I have not been able to find these at the stores. Pretty much strike out every time I go. It's the first thing that everyone's been grabbing because these boxes, from at least the videos that I've watched, are absolutely awesome. Seems like, you know, most people are pulling one, if not two, numbered cards in every single box. But this is a set from 2025. Let me adjust the light real quick. Angle's a little off. But, so yeah, we're chasing 2025 rookies. 1955 look, so all the cards are going to be horizontal except for some of the inserts. And right away, that looks like a true orange refractor. Got Dave Parker. Let's see who we have behind him. And we have a Jhonkensy Noel out of 25 with the true orange refractor. Not a bad way to start the rip here. Orange refractor in the very first pack. Now, unfortunately, I think Jhonkensy Noel got waived by the Guardians in the offseason. I think he's with the Orioles, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'll put a graphic up when I'm editing this video, but yeah, boom. Very first pack. Get the rip going. Orange refractor out of 25. Again, if you don't like the horizontal, you know, look of these cards, you're not gonna like this set because every base card in parallel is going to be horizontal. But again, I think they look awesome. It's a throwback to 1955. Luis Angel Acuna. There are going to be a lot of players who are with teams that, you know, they're no longer with. Got a Kerry Carpenter refractor. Take that being a Tigers fan. Yeah, I do think if you have an autograph, it is the top card as well, or the card on the back. So trying to be a little careful pulling these cards out of here just because You don't really know what you have on that back side. Just trying to get my pile straight real quick. Yeah, so far, we could have pretty much just base cards the rest of the way, and I would say we got a pretty good box, at least compared to what we're used to pulling, with base tops. Got a Dave Parker there with the Prism Refractor. Max Scherzer. Trey Sweeney on the back. But yeah, let me know if you like the look of these cards down in the comments. I can already say if I find any more of these, I'm probably going to grab them. These were not around last year. So 2023 was the last time they did these. What do we have here? Roy Campanella, 1955 World Series insert. I believe those are like 1 in 10 or 12 packs. I don't think I mentioned it earlier in the video, but I will put the checklist in the description. Dylan Dingler off the top there. We'll take that, even though it's just a base. Looks like we have just a pack full of base. Jackie Robinson on the back there. But yeah, let me know what your best pull is if you have ripped these. Judging by what I've seen online, again, these boxes just produce some crazy, crazy pulls. So we got a whole pack full of parallels in here. Got an Andy Van Slyke with the Silver Prism. Yandy Diaz with the Refractor. And on the back, looks like a Kobe Mayo with our Blue Prism Refractor. Definitely looks very nice, very clean. I think the blue, the gold or the yellow, and the red prisms are all non-numbered. I think the blue prisms are 1 in every 6 or 7 packs. So you should get at least 1 per box. An Amador there on top, Trevor Hoffman, Cole Reagans, Corbin Burns, another base pack there. But yeah, last pack of this first blaster box. Again, just the 1 numbered card. It's been pretty solid. Let's see what else we can find in here. Lawrence Butler. What do we have here? Is that a Lou Brock? What is this? Definitely a cool looking insert. Rails and Sails. Yeah, definitely pretty cool looking. And I think most of the inserts in this set are like 1 in 10 boxes, so you should get an insert in every blaster, but we did get just the 1 numbered card, so no offense to Jhonkenzie Noel, but not really a player I collect. But either way, card out of 25 in a blaster. If we're calling this just kind of, pretty good, just goes to show you, how good these blasters can be. The other thing is that, they just don't print as many of these as the other products. So even though they are a little bit harder to find, when you do find them, they do produce a lot of hits. Looks like we have another colorful pack here. Whoa. Looks like instead of a refractor, we have a Topps refractor. Got a Duke Snyder with the Silver Prism. And we have a J-Hen, Justin Henry Malloy, with the Topps refractor out of $4.99. Man, I am really sad that he is not a Tiger anymore. Got Marcell Ozuna with the Blue Prism on the back. But yeah, I believe we let him walk in the off-season. Just always seemed like he was getting, sent back and forth between the Tigers and the Mud Hens. So either way, nice looking card. Good way to start off this second blaster here. Got a Suarez with the refractor. Reynolds on the back. But yeah, these boxes, again, for $30, I think it's a no-brainer. If you're a baseball fan, if you collect baseball cards, I don't think there's really anything you can't like. What is this? Looks like maybe a rose gold. One of those toilies or toils. Don't know how the hell you pronounce it, but I think that's exactly what we have here. O'Neal Cruz there on the back, but we have a Christy Mathewson out of 75. What an awesome looking parallel. Yeah, it looks kind of like rose gold-ish. Not really pulled too many rose gold cards, but I've seen a bunch of videos with them in it. I think that's what this is. Yeah. Again, not really hitting the players that we want to hit with these parallels, but either way, it just goes to show there are numbered cards everywhere in these blasters. And we still have, what, 5 packs left? So I'm sure we're bound to find something else, hopefully. Got Wade Boggs, Robin Yunt. Oh, it looks like we have another one of these Rails and Sails. This time we got an Eddie Murray. Very clean looking insert. Blaylock there on the back. Yeah, these refractors, I do, sleeve them up just because they do scratch like crazy. Seems like you can just breathe on them funny and you'll find a line somewhere on it. But Jackson Joe base, we'll take that. And it looks like we have something gold. Got the Lawrence Butler here, but yeah, that definitely looks gold. We have a Mason Miller gold prism. No way. I think this is a pretty crazy hard parallel to pull. It looks really, really clean. It definitely pops with the Padres colors there. Pop them into a sleeve real quick. Yeah, I do believe it is the gold prism. Let me take a look at the box real quick. Yeah, definitely a gold prism. Again, looks very clean. The blue, the gold, and the red prisms are not numbered, but I do think that is a pretty hard, parallel to pluck out of one of these blasters. When I'm editing it, I'll put the odds somewhere, on the screen, but I think that's a kind of a crazy hit. Got Paul O'Neill with the refractor. We had 2 packs left. I've definitely had, a great time opening these. Again, I was a big fan of 2023. They did not make them for last year. I think they skipped a year just to, make them for the 70th anniversary. Gonna Chase Utley there on the back. But yeah, if you've hung out with us all the way through, thank you for doing so. Again, let me know down in the comments if you've gotten your hands on these. What is your best pull? Got a John Smoltz there. Looks like we got a couple parallels in this pack. Got the Vivas with the silver prism. What do we have here? Is this one of those doubles? Got Aaron Judge, Shane Smith there on the back with the blue, but yeah, Mickey Mantle on the back of this card. Doubles, something, I think it's called, but yeah, the blue prisms definitely look really nice. But yeah, let me go through these piles real quick, and we will see what we were able to pull out of our 2 blaster boxes here. Let's take a quick look at what we were able to pull out of our blaster boxes here. A couple inserts, a bunch of different refractors, prism refractors. I had a great time ripping this set. I don't know if I mentioned it at the beginning of the video, but I was watching the All-Star game while ripping these. Shane Smith there on the back with the blue prism. Our better hits, got the J-Hen with the Topps logo refractor out of $4.99. Got the Christy Mathewson with the rose gold out of $75. Awesome looking parallel. Got the Jenkenzie Noel orange refractor out of 25. Definitely pops. And then the best pull, the Mason Miller Gold Prism Refractor. You know, these are 1 in 350 packs, so pretty crazy pull. You know, the red prisms are 1 in 7,000. But, yeah, either way, we weren't able to pull an autograph, but still some really nice pulls. I had an absolute blast ripping these. If I see them again, I'm probably going to have to grab them. If you've grabbed them, let me know down in the comments, what is your best pull? Do me a favor, hit that like button if you enjoyed the video today. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. If you have, it is much appreciated. And as always, good luck breaking.